look nervous.
Don't be
Don't be
nervous.
worried. We're not that worried. Look at Jackie's more scary than me with
Yeah, right. Yeah.
that unkept hair.
Christy, you actually called us about your mum, Kerry, about 9 weeks ago, I think it was.
Yeah.
You phoned us from a hospital and to tell us about your mum. She had breast cancer and a double mastectomy. And
Oh man, that's a big deal.
yeah, you were really beside yourself and you were in tears and you didn't know who to talk to, and you gave us a call and you told us the story of what your mum's going through at that time.
Yeah, we've always listened to you guys on the car on the way in, and on the way to the hospital that morning we were listening, and with all the stress and everything that was going on, we still managed to stop and have a giggle.
Oh.
Oh,
So
that's good.
I kind of went, they don't know me, but I feel like I know you guys, and yeah, so
We like meeting people too. We meet a lot of people over the years.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you rang.
And so your mum, Kerry, went through the breast cancer. Good morning, Kerry, by the way. And you managed to kick that, and you had the radiation, and you've gone through everything, and that you've been given the all clear on that,
Yep.
which was fantastic
It was
news.
terrific.
That would have been good news.
It was.
it was the best day of our
I
life.
didn't cry when I was told I had cancer, but
Yeah.
I cried when I was told I didn't have cancer.
Because the relief.
The relief
Yeah.
of everything was just
Yeah.
so great.
And how long did it take to go through all that process?
10 months.
Yeah.
Oh,
And from that, Christy's always kept us up to date with your progress. And we feel like we know Christy because she's always been phoning in. And so everything was great. And you'd been organising a barbecue with all your friends to celebrate. You know, you've kicked this cancer and let's celebrate with a barbecue.
Yeah.
And everyone can come and party with you guys. So
good idea.
then on Monday, tell us about what happened. Do you want to explain what happened, Christy?
Mum had my niece and my nephew around at her house during the day. They were having a nice day painting and everything like that. And then I had a C-section with my daughter, and I had split my C-section scar open a bit.
Oh.
So I rang her up and said, can you come and take me to the hospital, because my husband had to be at home with the other kids. And so she took me to the hospital and she said, I'm really tired, I'm going to go home. And she went home and she was speaking on Skype with her fiancé in London.
Yep.
And she started to see a couple of spots in front of her eyes, and she said, look, I think I've overdone it today, I'm tired, so I'm going to go to bed. And she was laying in bed and woke up a few hours later, and the computer table was upturned and the computer thrown across the room, and felt like she had gone 10 rounds with Mike Tyson. So the next day she...
Well, so not everything was knocked over and she had no knowledge of it?
No.
Just, it was... And
She
you,
had a seizure.
Oh, wow.
So the next day we went to take her, my sister took her to the GP, and they sent her straight for a CT scan,
Yeah?
and got the results straight away, which was kind of unusual, but my other sister pushed for them to give it to us, and it came back that she had 10 lesions on the brain that are cancerous, and we were told...
On the brain?
Yeah, it had spread. It's a secondary cancer from the breast.
Oh,
So
God.
they've told us that there's nothing that they can do.
Well, that's inoperable.
Yeah, there's too many.
If there was one or two, they'd be able to operate on it.
Give it a go or something.
But being as many as there is, they can give her some steroids to help with the swelling on the brain. And if she does the steroids, it will give her weeks, maybe months.
Yeah?
If she goes the whole hog and does the chemo and everything all over again, she'll be sick, but she might have 12 months.
But
So
there's no...
there's no cure.
There's no... Oh, darn, that's terrible news.
Yeah, it is pretty bad.
And a new little granddaughter out there?
Yeah.
For how old is the little one?
4 weeks.
4 weeks there. She's looking at a little tiny thing. Well, that's awful. Like, especially when you've just gone through the breast
But
cancer.
I thought it was all
You've
gone.
beaten it.
Yeah.
So was the breast cancer that advanced that it just travelled through the system or something?
The oncologist seems to think that it happened before we started treatment. It had already spread to the brain.
Right.
She said it's probably been months.
And there's no warning of this. And it's there's that many lesions on there that it's they can narrow the time down to weeks. And
So I guess you've got to choose, haven't you?
So what do you
have to
do?
choose your
Yeah.
whether you do quality or quantity
Yeah.
of,
And
life.
my attitude was always quality over quantity.
Really.
I look at other people and think,
You
I
don't
don't
want
want to die like that.
Yeah.
But now, with a new baby and
I know.
4 other grandchildren and my daughters, and I'm taking quantity over
you?
quality.
You would
Yeah.
rather be
If
around
I'm going
for
to
as
lay
long as
in
possible.
bed and not be able to do anything, at least I'll be able to hold the hand or,
Exactly.
with the baby, I'd love to see her take a first step.
Yes.
I want to be here long enough, as long as I can. Yeah.
And even with that, there's no guarantee, but
No.
we're going to try.
Well, there's always faith, I suppose. You believe in something, you know. You've got to have that. At least you've got the
Definitely.
faith at the end of the day. Wow.
Wow.
That's just awful.
Well, I know that there's a couple of things. I know, Kerry, you still wanted to go ahead with having a get together with your friends
Yeah.
and family. You wanted to see everyone.
They've
And-
been so supportive.
Yeah.
I couldn't have got through the last 10 months without.
You still want the gathering.
Definitely, I've got to thank them for what they've done in the last 10
Everyone
months.
knows, though, the situation that you're going through now.
Yeah, we've tried to let, most of them know. We've
Yeah.
tried to let most people know. Yeah.
Well, what we wanted to do for you guys is take care of that. So we've booked the venue and organised all the catering and the drinks for 100 of your nearest and dearest
It
friends.
says
to
here you were
come.
just going to have a sausage sizzle in the park, and we're like, no.
That's us.
We'll kick
Yeah.
it up. We'll
You
kick
keep
it up
it
a notch.
simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it'll still be, still be like your sort of entertainment.
But we'll
the
just
same
take
sort
care of
thing
everything
that you
on
want.
that
Yeah.
side.
That's
Yeah.
so wonderful.
Oh, that's easy done.
So
Nothing.
that party is covered for you guys. But we also know that you desperately want your fiance, Cuffy, here. But financially, this is a struggle because Cuffy's over in the UK and can't afford it.
Cuffy's on the phone though for the moment. Cuffy, you there, buddy?
I am here.
How are you, sir?
Heartbroken.
Yeah, of course. It's devastating. I've got your lovely woman here. You guys wanted to obviously catch up. Now the financial situation is tough.
It
So
is, yeah, definitely.
well, don't worry about that because we're going to fly you over. We
my
can't have
God.
you sitting over there and her sitting here while this is going on. So, quick sticks, pack a little bag, and fly yourself over here so you can be in the arms of each other because there's nothing worse than someone going through this and the person they love the most is on the other side of the world. So you're coming over.
I can't thank you enough.
No thanks required.
I'm speechless.
No
I'm
thanks
speechless.
required. I'll listen to the accent. Oh, I know why. See,
voice.
Jackie's loves it.
He'll be on the radio as well. He's got a
His
lovely
lovely voice.
Are you happy, Kerry, that Cuffy can make it over now?
Oh, God, it's the only thing I want.
Yeah.
God, I've got my daughters and my grandkids and the man I love more than anything.
So that you'll all be together.
Yeah.
Your passport valid, Cuffy?
Sorry?
Is your passport valid?
No, I'm actually going to have it sorted out tomorrow.
Oh, good. Perfect timing.
Okay, well, as soon as it's sorted, quick sticks to Heathrow and on the plane to here.
Oh, brilliant! I'm absolutely speechless. Absolutely speechless. I've got to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart.
Sir, you're very welcome.
You know.
You're very welcome.
Cuffy, we will see you soon. Get your passport sorted. And lastly, girls, we know that you have a holiday house near Dubbo and you want to leave that as a legacy to your 3 daughters. And I know it's not in very good condition, so we wanted to give you $5,000 to make a few, that needs a few minor changes. So you'll fix that up and
You're very welcome, darling. You're very welcome. Now, we know that can't change the pain and that you're going through, but getting Cuffy over, sprucing the house up for the kids, and I think it's great. I think it's excellent what you're doing is you're trying to get as much out of life as possible. And you're right. I think I agree with what you're saying. I think you're 100% right. If you have to lay in bed, you've still got all your family and your loved ones, your little granddaughter, your children.
Yeah, that's the most important thing.
Exactly.
It always has been my family.
You're a lovely woman. I can tell by looking at you. I can tell. I can feel it.
pretty strong for what you're going through. And your family's amazing. We've met them. And
Oh, she's the one that's given us the strength. We've been the luckiest kids to have this as a mum because she's given me the strength to help her deal with it, and she's taught us girls to stick together, and that's what we're going to have at the end of it is each other. So, but it's all because of her.
Oh, I wish I could describe the love that these two are looking at each other with. You're beautiful ladies. Cuffy, we'll see you when you get here, buddy.
Thank you. I'll be there.
You're welcome.
Thank you,
Go to bed, darling.
yeah,
Thank
probably
you.
late over there, right?
Cuffy, no thanks
Cuffy.
required. We're happy to do it. See you later, buddy.
You're angels. You're absolutely angels.
Oh, no.
I can't put it in other words.
Agreed.
Thank you, Cuffy, and thank you so much to Christy and Kerry for coming in this morning and your family. We wish you all the best.
Thank you,
for having
guys.
us. Take care
Bless
of
you all,
everything.
ladies.
Thank
Bless
you.
the whole family.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
Oh, just terrible things people have to go through. I don't understand it.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
awful.
It's very sad.
Okay, we've got more coming up. Stay around, everyone.
Breakfast with the Stars will lose here, Sydney. Next week,